It's kind of laggy.
Yeah, it's right. Okay. It's good though.
All right. Let me straighten it up. All right. Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
First off, I want to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahawashi,
Yahawashi,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash.
I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits of be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that they're pushing this word through the four corners of the earth in sincerity, and peace and blessing out there to your hopeful believers out there, which are also a part of the elect. Y'all say shalom. Now here it is once again on a Saturday, through the power of spirit. Sunday, Salaki, Sunday. Once again, coming at you once again on a Sunday through the power of spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua to bring you this edification of the scriptures, man. As you see, me and the brother Gadal over on this end and your side on the other end. And we want to go into through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, as the title is. As the title is, it is expedient for Yahweh Shai to return. You know, we're gonna get that word expedient, but it is expedient that Yahweh Shai return, man. And we're gonna pull scriptures backing that aspect of why it's very important that Yahweh Shai is coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's very needed that he's coming back for all of creation. It's very needed that he's coming back to establish the throne of David. Because under the jurisdiction of this devil's ruling, he's gonna drive creation into the ground. Under his rulership, creation is not going to flourish. You see it, man. You know? So before we get that, I want to get Sirach 1. I saw a nigga.
So you said Sirach 1?
Yeah, but I got to get it started too. But yeah, Sirach 1. Let me put it on screen though. My bad, not Sirach 1. Sirach 11. Is it Sirach 11 or 10?
It's 10.
Okay, yeah, Sirach is Sirach 10 and 1. My bad. Wrong chapter on here. All right. All right. You can read it off there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle, you can start at verse 1.
Okay, this is Sirach chapter 10, verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Exactly. It said a wise judge, so a judge that has wisdom, he's going to instruct his people properly. And his government is going to be what? It's going to be ordered. It's going to be order in his government. You know, and we know that's only going to come by way of Yahweh Shai, you know, because he's the king of peace. He's the king. He's going to put forth law and order, because that's what the law and statute commandments are, is law and order. That's why when you read the scriptures, they liken the heathen nations unto beasts, because what a beast, they're lawless. So under this rulership that we're in right now, in Esau's kingdom, there's a lot of lawlessness going on, a lot of beast-like behavior going on, you know, and that's not that shows you that the one that's in rule is not a wise king, you know, because a wise king will be conducting himself and instruct his people to be ordered, you know. You keep going.
Okay. It says, verse 2, it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city, Such are all they that dwell therein.
Exactly. So before you finish that, could you get First Maccabees 1? Because you know, as we're going to, it's kind of going to be like partially because I want to touch upon the aspect of the current ruler and how he's not fit to guide and operate creation because he's driving it into the ground, and then going to the aspect of the importance of Yahawashi's return, and he's the rightful ruler of the earth and all creation for life to actually flourish. But as it says, as the judge of the people is it's like as the judge of the people is himself, so his officers and what manner of man ruler the city is, such all that dwell in there dwell therein. So whatever kingdom you're dwelling in, who's ever the king, his vibration is going to be pushed out throughout the four corners of the earth. Whether that's a good vibration, whether it's a wicked, righteous, but it's that whatever vibration he's ruling, that's going to be pushed up across the four corners of the earth. So let me pull this up real quick before you read it. I'm going to do it manually. Oh, snap. All right, you get it. You can start at hold on. You can start at verse 1 though. First Maccabees 1.
This First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1, it says, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim, and smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Exactly. So this is going into history, which you could read that history in Daniel 8. It speaks about the he goat and the ram. Then we read down further in that chapter, it tells you who is the he goat and who is the ram, going into the Greeks and the Persian Empire. Well, the Medes in the Persian Empire, but it was at that time the Medes were amalgamated into the Persians, and at that time the leader of the Persians was Darius. Well, call him it's Darius, pretty much, not Darius Mede, because that's prior. So it was Darius, the Persian, and it tells you how Alexander, pretty much took over the Medes and the Persians, right? But there's something that came along with that. Go ahead.
Verse 2 says, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up.
Exactly. So he was prideful, But hey, this was all prophecy. The Lord had to set up the Greeks, which we don't know who the Greeks are. They're Edomites, So that's why that's why in Esau's history, he always makes sure he tells you about Alexander the Great, because that was the first time that he really got in the power seat, and he was gaining that dominion over the earth. Keep going.
Okay. It says, verse 4, it says, and he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him.
Exactly. So he's a king. So after he took over the previous king before him, which was the Persians, that was the big empire at that time period. He took him over. He became the new superpower, the new empire in the earth. Right now, jump down to where is it at? Yeah, jump down to verse 9. But I like that in the GNT. It's gonna hit better than GNT. Yeah, jump down to verse 9, or you can read verse 8, but read that in the GNT. Baba Kasha.
Okay.
Mike started verse 7.
Oh, start at verse 7? Yeah, start at verse 7.
It kind of segued.
The water.
Maybe 6. No, I'm just playing. It's like, I'm just playing. I don't know, and it's kind of weird in GNT. It's like 5 through 7 is big paragraph. I'm just read it.
Well, you can read 5. You can read 5 through 7. I'm trying to get it pulled up on here. It's computer acting slow. Say, man.
Yeah, the way it's set up, it's like 5 through 7 all put together until you get to 8. So, but I'm gonna read it then.
Yeah, you go ahead.
This is First Maccabees and chapter 1, reading 5 through 7. It says, when Alexander had become emperor for 12 years, he fell ill and realized that he has he was about to die. He called together his generals, noblemen who had been brought up with him since his early childhood.
Exactly. Seleucus and Ptolemy. That was the 4 generals that he called up pretty much. Go ahead.
And it says, and he divided his empire, giving a part to each of them. After his death, the generals took control, and each had himself crowned king of his own territory.
Mm-hmm.
The descendants of these kings ruled for many generations and brought a great deal of misery on the world.
Exactly. A great deal of misery upon the world. And what was that misery? I think it says, I don't know if it says it in the KJV. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if it says in the KJV, but it pretty much says evils are multiplied in earth, pretty much. That's that great deal of misery that that Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach chapter 10, when it says, as who's ever ruling, their vibration is going to be pushed out throughout the 4 corners of the earth, right? And you see that when the wicked wasn't rule, the evils will multiply in the earth. As a matter of fact, for brother to get I can't think of where it's set, but when the wicked bear rule, the people more.
Yeah,
it's in Proverbs
29.
Right? I knew it was in Proverbs. Let me pull it up.
Not mistaken, Proverbs 29 too.
And if you got anything inside, you can pull it, or you got any points.
Yeah, I can read it for you.
I think it's
29:16. I'll read it. Wait for that to come up.
The Wi-Fi. I think it's.
It might be because you got so many pages open.
Yeah, this little thing ain't holding up. Yeah, froze. I see it froze.
If it's going too slow, you might just have to not pull them up. It's going too slow. It's causing it to trip too much.
Oh, you got it?
Hold on.
Yeah, I already got it. I got it.
All right, hold on. No, cause I'm trying to set it up right quick. It's
Slocky, I can bear this real fast. Getting everything set back up.
All right, Slakia. I was knocking off some tabs and the Wi-Fi kicked your boy out. Well, the stream kicked me out, but we back.
Kai, you ready for the
Yeah, you could go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead. And get the Proverbs 29.
This is Proverbs 29 and verse 16. And it reads, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall.
Exactly. So when the wicked are multiplied, right? Transgression, which what is transgression? Transgression is you well, transgression is sin. That's what transgression is sin. It's when you break the law. That's sin. So when the wicked, when the wicked are unruled, that what happens, transgressions increase. Sin increases upon earth. And if sin increases upon earth, that's meaning death increases upon earth because what? What is the wages of sin? The wages of sin is death. So if sin increases upon earth, that's mean that death is going to increase upon the earth. Keep going.
God, you want verse 2 as well?
Let me see.
It's when the wicked are authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah, get that Bible shot.
Yep, this Proverbs 29 and verse 2. Jumping up. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Exactly.
You got it.
My bad. Now you're going to finish it out. You can finish it out.
Yeah, it says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Exactly. So when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Why? Because much death is being pushed out when the wicked bears rule. As we just read in that first Maccabees in the GNT verses 5 through 7, it said what? It says that when the kings put crowns upon their head, and you keep reading on, it says great miseries came upon earth. Why? Because the Lord started plaguing this place. He started bringing forth that calamities of destruction because what? He was taking that kingdom out of rulership because it wasn't ruling in a right vibration. It was driving creation to the ground. And that's why, as we had the title, it's expedient that Yahawashi come and establish the king of David, the throne of David, Salakia. Because with that being established, as I said in the next part of the verse, in the beginning of the part of the verse, when the righteous are in the third authority, the people are going to rejoice. So we could jump back to the Sirach 11.
Real quick for you.
Oh, yes, I got one. Hold on.
This is Revelation chapter 6.
That's a strange. I had it in my list, but I didn't bring it. I was like, but let me. You go ahead and bring it out. The spirit wanted out.
This Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4, and it says, and there went out another horse that was red. Now, horse represents representation of power. That's why you got horsepower in cars, because it goes into like the power structure. And it says that was red. That red, when it describes red, that's talking about Esau, because his skin shows forth through he has no pigmentation on his skin. So he was known as being red. And it says, and power was given unto him that sat therein to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, which that's what Isaac blessed Esau with, was a sword. So a lot of times when it's talking about Esau, it calls him the devil, the serpent. It calls him the devil, serpent, and it also calls him the dragon. That's talking about Esau, his rulership. And what he was blessed with was the sword, instruments to destroy. So that's going into what the brother was saying, man. When Esau's rulership, he'll do nothing but destroy and kill everything by way of his wicked laws and legislations, and also just him being that violent man.
Yep. And as a matter of fact, since you pulled that, because the brother gave me Habakkuk 2. 2 and 5, right? 2 and 5.
Good. Oh, you're really good.
You going to read it? It's pulling up, but you going to read it. Call it and read it, Bubba Show.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Exactly. So it says, because he also transgressed by wine. This is going to Esau. And this wine is not talking about, literally a strong drink. The wine is a representation of his philosophy. So through his philosophy, through his teachings, he transgresses. What? So what is transgression? Sin. He causes people to sin through them taking heed unto his philosophy, his teachings. Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his his desire as hell and is as death.
And that's the point right there. It says, and is as death. Because when it says before he enlarges his desire as hell, that means what? That means that he can't, like it says in what's that? Ezekiel. I think it's Ezekiel 30 or 31. Since thou hasn't hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. He enlarged his desire as hell. Hell is what? Going to the pit, the grave. The grave is deep. You can't fill the grave up. You can't ever fill the grave up with too many dead bodies. That's how Esau's that's how his desire is as hell. His desire. It can never be fulfilled.
Yep.
He's did so many things to the Israelites, man. He's, as it says in Zephaniah, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is sore displeased with the heathen because they had forward or affliction. Esau went far, and he's trying to go even further to build a dang sea up in you. It wasn't enough to just have the earth in his hands. He wants to be the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
He's going that far. He wants to be the Most High. He's like, I can't just be a mere mortal on the earth. No, I want to be the Most High. And Obadiah tells you about that, how he exalts, put his nest in the clouds. You know, it tells you pretty much going to how the mindset Esau, that's his desire. He wants to be like the Most High. And it said he's as death, because that's another title for Esau. You know, because he's the son of perdition, but he's death.
Mm-hmm.
The why is his title death? Because he's the wicked. He's the wicked. Because what is it when you read Malachi 1? It calls on the border of wickedness. And pursuing of Job 9:24, the earth is we're under the jurisdiction of this devil right now, because the Lord set him up. But we're under the jurisdiction of the devil, and through his philosophies and teachings, he's causing a lot of death and turmoil to be played out in the earth. That's just how the Lord fashioned him, you know. And if it continue on, what will happen will be there will be creation will cease to exist. But
I
that's
got
not.
that scripture.
You go ahead and pull it.
I had that earlier. I was waiting for you to switch gears.
You go ahead and pull it.
Matthew 24, and I'm gonna get verse 22.
That's You go ahead though.
It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved."
Exactly. So if it wasn't for Yahawashi having it set up to where Esau's going to rule, but during his rulership, he's going to speed up the time and he's shorten the days. No flesh is going to be saved, man.
Mm-hmm.
No flesh will be able to survive. Even Esau himself is not even going to be able to survive the way he's ruling. That's how stupid Esau is. Here it is. You're telling the master of the universe that you did everything wrong. Men are not supposed to be with men. Men are not supposed to be with women. Men can have kids. Women can be the man. You over here telling the creator how his creation is supposed to operate. And you part of the creation. But the thing is, the Lord made Esau to be like that. Esau's supposed to be that creation that he created to be adverse towards him. That's why he's got the title in the scriptures as Satan. Satan means to be what? Adverse. And what does 2 Thessalonians tells you? He comes in the working of Satan. And that Greek word right there is energio. So he comes in the energy of Satan. He comes in that adverse like spirit, which the whole masses of the world is feeling that adverse type spirit. They're feeling the results, the fruits of somebody being in rulership and pushing forth an adverse lifestyle towards the proper way of how life is supposed to be conducted. They're feeling it. That's why it's very important. It's very expedient that Yahawashi is coming, because due to Yahawashi coming, taking this nigga out of rulership and establishing the throne of David, flesh is going to survive. Creation is going to flourish. That's why I said, Lord, shorten the days for the elect's sake. And that's a key point too, because by Yahawashi doing that, what he had to do, he had to make sure that the sons of God wasn't going to be wiped out. That was the first step, because what's so important about the sons of God? They're going to be the ones forwarding that philosophy of life. That's why when you read prior in the verse, it says, but for the elect's sake, those days were shortened. Because if he didn't shorten the days for the elect, Jake will be wiped out. And Jake is the key component to allowing life to be flourished, because Jake is that physical extension of the Lord. That's why he created Jacob, to be the instrument he used to tell the other nations how to conduct and how to live. That's why Jake is so important. Could you get as a matter of fact, could we get Romans 8? Romans 8.
I still got more than Habakkuk 2 to let you know.
Oh yes, Lakia. Go ahead and finish out that Habakkuk 2, and then we can get to Romans 8. The 8 and I think it's like 19. But yeah, we could you could finish out that Habakkuk 2, Babak Shah.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. I'm just reading from the top. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Exactly. Going into Esau, his mindset, how does he operate? And that's going to lead to a downfall too, because that causes him to that's causing him to stretch out, and he's getting too thin. It's pretty much leaving Babylon without protection, in a sense, which is America. That's his head. That's where he has the headquarters of his witchcraft. But we could get on Romans 8. As a matter of fact, before we get Romans 8, let's get John 11. Let's get John 11 and 50.
Okay.
And then when you get that, go into the word expedient in that verse.
Okay, this is John chapter 11, verse 50. It says, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not.
Exactly. So who was that going into? That's talking about Yahawashi. It was expedient for Yahawashi to do what he did, because what was that going to do? That was going to begin the ushering in of the throne of David and the proper rulers of the earth, where creation is going to flourish. We just read in that Sirach how the judge is, so is the people. So if the judge is wicked, the people are going to be wicked. And that's going to cause sin to be multiplied, and that's going to cause death and turmoil and plagues to be brought upon that place. But when on the flip side, when you have somebody that's righteous, like we read in that Proverbs 29, the people are going to rejoice at that, because what's going to be put forth? Life. It ain't going to be no death, turmoil, none of those things, plagues. No, it's going to be life. But that's when it's going to come by way of what the sons of God being set back up in their rightful order, which first begin with Yahawashi. So read that John 11 and 50, then get expedient.
Okay.
Bob, can I get expedient? And you got it in the etymology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can read that one too.
I mean, I can get it in the blue letter, but I was looking at the etymology. I think it's better in the etymology.
Okay, yeah, whatever the Spirit has, man. You go ahead, though.
Back in John chapter 11, verse 50, and dang it, it's lucky. There it goes. And it says, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not.
Exactly, because what's so important about the nation Israel? They're the ones that's going to forward the righteous way. That's why. And it's going to begin with the elect. First starting with Yahawashi, but it's going to begin with the elect. That's what makes the elect so important, because they're the first fruits to ushering in the throne of David. And what's so significant about the throne of David? That's how the Lord wants to be set up upon earth. That's how life is going to be flourishing. That's how creation is going to be guided properly. If you look at, that's why when you read the scriptures, pretty much when you think about the laws and all that, the Lord, in a sense, the Lord pretty much put Israel on game on how to run his business, which what is the Lord's business? Creation. And he put the Israelites on game on how to run his business, how to make my creation flourish. He didn't give that to no other nations. He only gave that to the nation of Israel. Psalms tells you about that. Now I get the word expedient.
God, I got the word expedient in the Edemon online. It says fit, proper to a purpose, beneficial.
Fit, proper to a purpose, beneficial. What's that purpose that needed to be established? The throne of David. So through Yahawashi's sacrifice, the purpose, the Lord's will is going to be played out of the throne of David being put in authority over all of creation for eternity. Because if Yahawashi didn't come down, if Yahweh didn't send Yahawashi, if Yahweh didn't have grace, he decided not to have grace, and he didn't send Yahawashi, then guess what? Jake will be in perpetual slaves. And the Lord didn't give no other nation the understanding on how to guide creation. So therefore, whoever's in rulership, it'll just be a translation of powers. But eventually, the rulers will eventually drive creation to the ground due to the fact that I'm not having the understanding on how to guide creation properly.
Mm-hmm.
You keep going if it's some more meat on there.
I mean, I just kind of picked up I
They're
kind
gonna
of just
spit
picked
the
up the main
bones
one.
out.
Oh, well, here goes. Well, I'll say this one. I don't know if you know.
You go ahead.
Says that which serves to advance a desired result.
Ooh, it serves to advance. So, like I said, beneficial.
Mhm.
So Yahawashi, his return is expedient. It's beneficial for all of creation.
Yeah.
Because without that, creation's through. You know. Now we can get to Romans 8.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw it. You want to get it or I got it.
I can grab it.
Yeah, you got it, bro. I think what 81, right?
It's,
No, it's
Romans
not
8.
81. It's like 80. I can't remember. I know it's kind of. I know it's a Romans 8. I know
And
that.
I know what you're looking for.
There it goes.
Right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, I just got to go ahead and look
Oh,
for it. It's Romans chapter 8. I believe it's like verse 20.
yeah, that's what I think it's verse 20.
Oh, you're being subject to divinity?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 20, yeah.
Started
19.
nah, not okay.
18.
Really,
Oh
the
yeah, 19
main.
is good. 19 is good. What you was going
Yeah.
into.
Yeah, that's where it is. That's where it is. The point, the
Yeah.
one I want is 19. We can read 19 and 20, but 19 is where it's at. You go ahead, though.
Yeah, this Romans chapter 8 and verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the power.
That's the key point. The earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. The sons of God are the Israelites. It didn't say it waited for the manifestation of Esau, made it for the manifestation. Well, it would have said, it didn't say waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the wicked. Or it didn't say waiting for the manifestation of the sons of man. It didn't say that. It said the sons of God, the Israelites. Why? Because the sons of God are the ones who's going to put creation back in the right puzzle spots. Right now, everything's all out of whack. Right now, you got a puzzle piece that's on the wrong spot. You know, as a matter of fact, could a brother pull me what is it, Isaiah? I think it's not Isaiah 24, Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29 and 16 real quick.
I got it.
Come on, you go and bring it out.
It's Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Exactly. So the Lord knew what he was doing. When he made Esau to do exactly that. Turn everything upside down. Brothers say it all the time. This is Bizarro's land. If you know about Marvel, well, DC, my bad. If you know about DC Comics, what is Bizarro? Bizarro is a reverse version of Superman, where Superman named Kyle all powerful. So Bizarro is pretty much Satan. He's adverse towards the way how Superman is.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarro tell your ass to go, but he really means stop. It's backwards. Just like the Lord said, woe unto those that call good evil and evil good. That's what you see being done here. That's Bizarro. So Esau has turned everything upside down. So creation is waiting for the sons of God to turn everything back right, because everything's upside down. The servant is ruling, and the proper rulers are slaves. They're servants.
Yep.
That's not right. That what did King David say? I see servant on the horses and kings walking. The servant supposed to be walking. The king supposed to be on the horse. And like the priest said earlier, the horse is representation of power. So in other words, they were saying, I see servants ruling and I see kings working. Slavery. You know? Who are those kings referring to? The Israelites, the rightful rulers of the world, the rightful rulers of creation. And that's not, and creation is not going to be satisfied until Yahawashi returns and establish everything and put everything back in its right puzzle piece. You know, because everything was created for a purpose, but the only ones who was allowed to receive that understanding is Israelites. The Israelites are the only ones that know why was Moab created. You know, there's a reason why Moab is so drawn to pedicures and things of that nature. It's a reason why, because the Lord fashioned him that way so he could be a asset to the Israelites dynasty.
You said Moab, right?
Yeah, Moab.
Yeah. Scripture goes into how how they are wash pots, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
And what they do when they in salons washing their feet.
Yep.
So like, hey, Lord, everything has a purpose.
Exactly.
You know, so you know, as Scripture says, referring to Esau, what I'm saying is like, what can a man make something straight that the Lord made crooked? Right. So we can't change how Esau thinks or feels or anything. He's created to be adverse. The Lord wanted something to hate. He made something to hate for this movie, right? Something literally completely adverse. Everything the Lord has said was good, he said is bad, right? So that's exactly how the Lord wanted, as it says in Romans, right? For Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. So he wanted a nation that he wanted to love above all other nations, and he wanted a nation that he wanted to hate above all nations, right? You know, Jacob love, Esau hate, right? And Esau, he's doing a damn good job at his job, right? He's doing exactly what he's created to do, is to be completely adverse, and then sooner or later be completely eradicated.
Yep, to be taken out of the way.
Yep, but you gotta go.
I got something.
You said what?
I got something. If you don't got nothing.
Now you want to bring yours? I have some, but you go and bring yours though.
Yeah, basically going to like what you said earlier about Yahawashi. You know, basically being a person that's gonna fix everything. This is Isaiah chapter 9, and I'm gonna get verse 6 and 7. And it reads, "For unto us a child is born."
That's a good one.
"And the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." Which the way peace is gonna happen is by what? The true judgment being established and everything being in its right balance, which Yahawashi is getting ready to come back and do. And he's also gonna do it with what? The governing body, the house of David. This is verse 7. It says,
can I add a quick point? No. You know, just add a quick point. That's the complete opposite of that red horse. Literally just read in that Revelation 6 and 9. Was it 6 and 9?
4.
Yeah, my bad, 6 and 4. And it said he was created to take peace from the earth. But this king that is speaking about in Isaiah 9, it says that his purpose is to bring forth peace, establish the proper way of how things are supposed to be governed. And then I like how it says the government is upon his shoulders. Because just for me, it makes you think about when it says the government is upon his shoulders, meaning it all relies upon Yahawashi. It ain't gonna be able to happen unless he's the spearhead of it. And Yahawashi already beginning that over 2,000 years ago when he started his ministry. And it's still being continued on to this day. And now we're at the point to the end of his which his ministry ended, after 33, but the teachings he was teaching still carried on to today, and now we're at the point to what? To now he's going to come back again. But when he comes back this time, he's going to set everything in its rightful place. Kind of like how the brother Gabar like to go into the Snowpiercer movie. When the old lady came to the back of the train, because she was a higher up, she came to the back of the train, the poor people, and she took a shoe. She said, "You see this?" She put it on her head. She said, "It's not supposed to go there, right? It's supposed to go on the feet. That's what you are." So that's what Yahawashi is going to do. Yahawashi is going to come back and say, "You see that? Esau being the shoe, the gum on the shoe, the spit. You supposed to be here at the bottom, not supposed to be the spearhead. Look what happened when you are the spearhead. Creation ain't functioning right. Animals beaching themselves. Animals are sodomites. How the hell is an animal a sodomite?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here it is. The scripture said all the time, nature. And you're supposed to look at nature. Nature is supposed to teach you how creation operates. But nature is so messed up, man. You look at nature, you got animals that are sodomites.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're not able to operate in their real estate, due to the fact of Esau's rulership. Creation is groaning. Isaiah 14 tells you that how the cedars of Lebanon is gonna be like no fella has come to cut us. Lucy paraphrase, they're gonna be singing and rejoicing at the returns of the sons of God in the spearhead seat for eternity though. Cause we was in the spearhead seat for a little bit, but this time we're gonna be eternity in the spearhead seat, you know. But you go ahead, Josiah, you got it.
Kind, and also I want to add on to it, called the everlasting Father, because guess what? He was the first spirit the Heavenly Father created. He's basically the epitome of creation. Like Yahawashi really created everything. That's why we read books like Genesis. It says in the beginning, when you go and say the word God, it says Elohim. It's not capitalized because that's talking about the powers, not just the Most High. It's talking about Yahawashi and the powers, which Yahawashi was the first spirit created. He created the governing body, which they made everything. The top government, the top angels, which are really that's who the house of David is, the elect.
Yeah.
They're those top angels that was with Yahawashi creating everything. This verse 7. And it says, of the increase of his government and peace, there should be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it. And it will establish it with judgment and with justice. And from henceforth forever, the zeal of Yahweh Yahawashi hosts will perform this, right? So, hey, the house of David is Yahawashi's rulership is going to reign forever. And guess what? It's gonna be peace. You see, because what is he gonna do? He's gonna bring everything back to its rightful order, as Buzz going into in his lesson.
God, beautifully said, man. Beautifully said. Can we get 2 Ezra 4? And let me see. I know it's in this chapter. Where is it?
What does it say if you know?
It pretty much says that which is sown that's evil cannot pass away. Well, that which is sown as good cannot come unless that is evil that has passed away. Kind of loosely paraphrasing it. All right, I found it. Wait. Yeah, I found it. So yeah, second Ezra 4, and you can start at verse 28.
Yeah. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 28.
Hold on, let me well, you go ahead and read it, but I'm gonna share this tab, but you go ahead and read it though.
Okay, 2 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Exactly. And what's that evil that's sown, but destruction ain't come? It's talking about Esau, you know. That wicked root Esau, he's been sown, he's been planted, you know. Because Ezra, he wasn't in the kingdom of the Rome, he wasn't in the Roman Empire, you know. But he had a vision for foreseeing those things of the end time prophecy. He asked the angel to show him. The angel showed him that he was going to be sown, you know. And we're in the times of that evil being sown, but destruction ain't came yet. We close though. We closer than we have ever been before. Go ahead though.
Kind of continuing on, verse 29. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Exactly. And what's that sown with good? The establishment of the throne of David. So unless Yahawashi returns and undoes all this shit and take Esau out of rulership, the righteous kingdom ain't gonna be established yet. That's what it's saying. They ain't saying like, hey, if Yahawashi don't come, the creation pretty much fucked. That sown wicked root gonna grow and it's gonna fuck everything up and it's gonna contaminate everything, and eventually it won't be left root for anything because it's gonna be done. You know, but due to Yahawashi coming back, that good is gonna come forth to creation, being the establishment of the throne of David, which the priest beautifully read in Isaiah 9. You know, he's gonna allow peace to flourish. Why you think in Isaiah 2 it says how the heathens gonna beat their warlike weapons to agricultural weapons? There will be no more war in the kingdom of heaven. That's letting you know that when the sons of God come to rulership, it's gonna be nothing but peace. And ain't gonna be no missiles flying. No, now don't get it twisted. You heathens gonna have the curses on you, but you're gonna be under a system, a government that's gonna have the repercussions for those who break those laws. Y'all still gonna be subject to them though. Y'all gonna have to do y'all send sacrifices. Israel won't have to do those no more, but y'all heathens will have to do your sin sacrifices. But you're gonna love our rulership because your woman's not gonna be able to commit adultery and run off in the sunset with that nigga and your ass locked up in life in jail because you tried to attempt to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
No, her ass gonna be judged if she was in the wrong. If the man took it and she didn't yell according to the law, they both their ass dead, and that's gonna bring joy to you because justice is gonna be put forth through the earth. So y'all gonna have the curses on y'all, but y'all not gonna be in Esau's kingdom. So
that was it on there, right?
Yeah, that was it on that. Could we
We got Isaiah and Job now.
Okay, don't worry about Job. Get to Isaiah 24, and then we're gonna jump back to Sirach and just read all the way down to where the Lord says He's in due time is gonna. Well, verse 4 when He says in due time is gonna set one profitable. So get to Isaiah 24 and 5, and we'll jump back to Sirach after that.
Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5. It says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant."
Exactly. The earth is read it again, Bible Trust Slocky.
Very good.
Because even when you read in what is it? I think it's Ezekiel 13. But the people say when the land sins against the Lord, which the land, a land can't sin against the Lord. It's talking about who's governing in that land, But you go ahead and read it again.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. From the I'll just wait till you get it because you're going to get it right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Okay, I'm just wait till you kind of get it pulled up.
Got that loading circle.
Dang.
I know, right? I'm gonna have to give me another one. I'm gonna just use this for researching. But you go ahead.
Guys, Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5. It says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant."
Exactly. The earth is defiled. It's become an abominable state in the eyes of the Lord. It looks detestable to the Lord and to his men. Why? Due to the jurisdiction at that time. Due to who's in rulership. That's why. Because they changed the laws. Man could be with man. Woman could be with woman. Men can lay with dog. Women can lay with cat. Fulfill the lust of your flesh to the fullest. YOLO, my bro. You only live once. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Excuse my French, but that's what Esau tells you to do. Do as thy will spirit. That's not how the Lord wanted it to be. Ain't no do as thy will. No. Ain't no fulfilling the lust of the flesh. No. The lust of the flesh, wicked comes out of that stuff, man. Number wickedness. It ain't none of that. The Lord's is going to be order. This is how it's done. X, Y, and Z. But under Esau's rulership, earth is defiled. And we just pulled count scriptures. Maccabees, Proverbs 29 tells you when the wicked rule, shit gonna be fucked. It's not gonna be right. The ass gonna be on top, the head gonna be on the bottom. It's not gonna be right. Now we can get we go back to Sirach and we'll finish it out with that unless y'all got any precepts.
I think it was at verse 3.
Yeah, verse
3.
Was it verse 2?
Oh, well, I could reread verse 2. I finished reading verse 2, and then we was on 3.
I'm trying to see what it say. I can't see it right. I'm trying to.
As the judges themselves, so as the officers.
Okay,
that was 2.
Yeah, okay. Now you can read verse 3.
Now this is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 3. It says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited."
Exactly. Said an unwise people destroy his. Just like an unwise king destroy his people, and due to his type of prudence, what the city's not gonna be inhabited. Well, that's what you see happening though.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, Esau's city, Babylon the Great, America, is not going to be inhabited due to the fact of how Esau's ruling. Because that's part of the prophecy. Esau's going to return, build the desolate places, and the Lord's going to lay like the scripture say, the Lord laid Esau's heritage to the waste of the dragons, to the wilderness of the dragons, which is going to what? The desert animals. But look, the Lord backs it all over because look how he rules. This is what happens when you rule like this. You make the city inhabited. Even now, you can't really live in under Esau's rulership, man. You can't. You're breathing in you go outside to go for a jog, and you sucking in more chemtrails outside than you was when you was in the house. And when you're in the house, you're sucking up all the chemicals in the air, chemtrails in there mixed into the chemicals you use to clean off stuff. That's not good. Those fumes ain't good for you. The food is fucking you up. The food is supposed to be your medicine. You're supposed to be eating the food, and it's supposed to give your body the nutritional things it needs to operate. But it is, you feel like you full as hell, but you get no energy from whatever you ate. You through. You know?
Yeah.
That's due to a rulership of an unwise king. But like scripture say about Esau, him being evil unto himself, who can he be good unto? So Esau is fucking up his own, he's even fucking up his own people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And now we can finish out with verse 4.
Verse 4, Sirach chapter 10 and verse 4, it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Exactly. So what it's going to say? It's going to show you how the Lord is the ultimate puppet master. He's pulling all the strings. Ain't nobody doing things, and the Lord's like, oh shit, that one went under my slipped under my foot. I ain't nothing happening that he don't know happening. Right? You read it again from the top.
God, Sirach chapter 10 verse 4 from the top says, the power of the Lord, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
And we know that one that's profitable is the wise king Yahawashi. And we see we're seeing the transition of the Lord setting up one that is profitable, which should begin with his sons of God coming back to the obedience of the scriptures. When we woke up and came back to the obedience of the scriptures, that was letting Esau know that one's profitable is coming. He's on the way. Because the sons of God's got to be in that rightful order in order for the Lord to establish his righteous rulership. You know, and it began with Yahawashi back 2,000 years ago when you read about it in Revelation 5, what he did. You read Ephesians, it tells you what he did. He sent down gifts unto those men, those other judges, you know, what it says in Obadiah, saviors should come upon the Mount Zion and judge the Mount of Esau. Mm-hmm. So there's more than just one savior. Now, of course, the ultimate savior is Yahawashi, but he has little saviors under him, which is his elect, which is what the priest spoke about earlier in the Genesis, that Elohim that was with the Lord in the beginning, that governing body, pretty much that house of David, the heads of it, you know. So that's all I had, unless any one of y'all had anything.
I didn't. So
you had anything you said?
No, we good.
Alrighty. Hey, well, Lord will, man, this was edifying to the power spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, man. We're going to end it off by saying, call Allah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi Bahashim Rakakodash. We're going to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, and to y'all, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom. Oh, my